위스퍼스 머신.
My picture of Alex. I miss him. It's a bloody photograph of Carl and a young woman, taken fairly recently by the look of it. He's holding hands with the woman, but I can't discern her face. Too much damage to the photo. She's wearing a brass necklace. Could be relevant. Carl Oscarson was fatally stabbed by an unknown assailant in the Nordson workshop hall. Maybe someone can tell me where these things are grown in Nordsund. Carl Oscarson, murdered at age 33. He had a job as a carpenter in the Nordson workshop hall. Gabriel seems like a straight shooter, a competent, no bullshit cop. I wonder who this woman is and what her connection is to the murders. Hi, doofus. You're registered now. Go try it out. Remember how you totally flipped the day I first came to Nordsund? Kisses.
안녕하세요. 반갑습니다. 오랜만입니다. 네, 반갑습니다.
Hey, what's happening here?
Bit of an electrical problem with some fallen power lines. It's being taken care of, but it'll be a while.
So I can't enter the museum?
Well, you can, but only if electrocution is something you enjoy during working hours.
안녕하세요, 모험러는. 안녕하세요, 반갑습니다. 모하, 안녕하세요, 반갑습니다. 그냥 네, 맞습니다. 그냥 켜봤어요. 뭐 되게 진지하게 게임 하려는 건 아니고. Electrocution, that's funny. When you can have this fix.
What caused it? Did someone mess up, or was there some kind of environmental damage?
Oh, we've had a windy week. An old tree fell down and ripped down a major power line. It's in a tricky spot, and due to how the grid is built up, I can't cut the power safely without affecting half the town.
Sounds like a flawed design. Is that typical for electrical grids these days?
Not really. This power grid is quite old, constructed shortly after the collapse. That meant they had to improvise. They couldn't just clone existing power systems at the time, since those were reliant on service robots with negligible safety concerns. So yeah, now I'm paying the price. The whole thing is riddled with hacks and workarounds, each one more dangerous than the next.
I see. I don't envy such a hazardous work environment. How long will it take you to fix?
Hard to say, but it should be done by tomorrow morning.
All right, thanks.
전봇대가 넘어져갖고 누가 죽었나? 전기 쇼크로. 그러고 보니까 포렌식 스캐너.
The residence of the first murder victim. The commissary told me to direct you to his office before going upstairs.
I see. I'll go find him and come back later then.
Sounds good, Agent.
There will be time for that later. I should go find Anderson. Doesn't look like I can enter the museum. Looks like an old hovercraft. I don't need to go down to the ground right now.
아, 이런. 대사가 나올 줄 모르고 클릭해버렸네.
Nice and shiny. I can even see my reflection in it.
대사에 중요한 말이 있었을 수도 있는데.
I don't have any business in the school.
이럴 때 참 난감하다. 이것 때문에 세이브 부를 수도 없고 그러게요. 참 난감해요.
Robot? Drilling machine? Space rocket? I have no idea, honestly. Looks like it's filled with different kinds of spare parts. Looks like an old filing cabinet. Not sure what it's used for.
Weekend's coming up. Great, huh?
Looks like you've got a head start.
All shoes repaired, all coats patched up. That's when you call it a day. Finish your work fast and you get the best food rations. Oldest trick in the book.
I get it. Well, enjoy your time off.
Gotta rest my mind, stranger. I have a long weekend shift ahead of me.
No problem. Enjoy the rest of your time off. 3 plastic trays. Good number. A few identical coffee cups. They don't look quite as clean as they should be. A neat stack of plates. Matching cutlery is nowhere to be seen. I think they deliver groceries through there. Looks like an old filing cabinet. Looks like it's filled with different kinds of spare parts.
이 게임은 대사들이 다 풀보이스 입혔나 보네. 네, 그런 거 같죠.
Looks a bit overgrown. Could use some trimming. That's some strong stuff he's smoking, whatever it is. Hey, I'm Vera Englund, Special Agent.
Oh, I heard about you. I'm Rolf, the plant master of Nordsund.
A plant master? What's that?
A foreman of sorts. I oversee a team of gardeners who tend to our shared crops.
Got it. I have a few questions, if you don't mind.
Sure, go right ahead.
Did you know Carl Oscarson?
Not really. But like many other people, we had some contact in our work.
Okay. What was your impression of him?
Nice guy. Too nice. I'd even go so far as to call him gullible. Wouldn't be surprised if that's what got him killed.
That's so. You think he trusted the wrong person?
I'm just thinking out loud here, but yeah, it wouldn't be a shocker.
What's your opinion on Gabriel?
The cop? Can't say I enjoy his company. Last time we met, he gave me a couple of nasty bruises.
Resisting arrest?
That'd certainly be how he'd justify it.
I'm trying to find a woman that Carl Oscarson was involved with. Know anything about that?
No, I don't stay updated on gossip like that.
What do you know about the murder of Carl Oscarson?
Almost nothing. I just heard half an hour ago. Damn shame.
Do you happen to know where saffron is grown in Nordsund?
Perhaps. What would this gentleman have to gain from that piece of information?
Please, now is not the time. Don't you want justice for the 2 murder victims?
Man, here comes the guilt trip. I suppose those poor people deserved better. Now, 2 places come to mind. The greenhouses to the south, and a few crops near Mimir Road.
Mimir Road. Where's that?
North of the town square. Look for 2 large farming robots standing around.
All right, got it.
오, 새로운 정보를 얻었는데 미미르 로드라.
Where can I find Mimir Road again?
North of the town square. Look for 2 large farming robots standing around.
오케이.
Okay, that's all I need.
Alrighty. See you around.
I should go see the commissary in the police station before I head off to Mimir Road.
커미스리 폴리스 스테이션에 먼저 가봐야 된다.
I'm surprised the Bureau got their thumb out of their ass. It's not like they could find Nordson on a map.
I, for one, am grateful for their help. From what I hear, the person they sent is young, but quite capable.
Optimistic as always, eh, Kurt? I guess we'll see. Agent Anglin, we've been expecting you.
Councilwoman, I was told you'd be my bureau contact here.
That's correct. I'm Stina Ruth, and this here is Kurt Anderson, police commissary.
Welcome, Agent. Enjoy your trip to the middle of nowhere?
It was a bit bumpy, and way longer than I expected.
Yeah, that train has seen better days. You'll find your luggage in your quarters, just through the door behind me.
Thanks. I'll check it out later.
So, you were probably confused as hell when we sent you straight to a crime scene, right?
Kind of. I thought I was supposed to investigate a murder from last week.
You were, but unfortunately a second killing required your urgent attention. I assume there are some Bureau procedures before I brief Agent England about the situation?
Yes. Why don't you head to your office, and I'll send this youngling on her merry way when we're done.
Very well. It was a pleasure to meet you, Agent.
Likewise. I'm a bit confused here. Who do I report to?
Only to me as overseer of this district. The local police are at your disposal since they're legally required to aid you in the investigation.
Got it. How would you like me to share my findings with you?
Face to face in the evenings. The balcony inside the local canteen is a good place to meet.
Okay, I think I have what I need then. I'll go talk to the commissary.
Good. We'll catch up later. Oh, but I have to ask. Tell me, how was it for you?
What do you mean?
Come on, you know what I'm talking about. We've both done it.
Oh, you mean the augmentation, the nanofluid injection.
Sticking to the boring scientific terms, aren't we? Back in my time, we used to just call it taking the blue. Come on, let this old lady live a little. Tell me, how was your first kiss with the blue?
어그멘틱을 처음 설치했을 때 느낌이 어땠냐? 증강 이런 걸 뭐라고 하지? 사이버펑크에 맨날 나오는 건데 신체 개조 I felt an amazing sense of belonging, like I was connected to everything and everyone around me. I was like a sudden rush, feeling my limbs and body, followed by a sense of power and determination. A sense of enlightenment and acute awareness washed over me, a crystal clear lucidity I had never felt before.
A sense of enlightenment and acute awareness washed over me. A crystal clear lucidity I had never felt before.
I remember that moment like it was yesterday. What I wouldn't give to feel like that again. No side effects, I hope? We wouldn't want you to get compromised in dangerous situations.
Not yet, but I know what to look out for. Mild hallucinations, nightmares, burning sensations in the limbs, the occasional migraine. Things like that.
Yeah, that covers the usual suspects. All right, I think you're good to go then. We shouldn't keep the commissary waiting.
Anderson appears to be a decent chief of police, but I don't know him well enough to tell for sure. Stina Ruth, ex-agent and the designated overseer of Nordsund. I think I can learn a lot from her.
한 명은 오버시어고 한 명은 경찰 간부고 이런 건가 보지? 오버시어라.
It's a map of Nordsund. Looks like the center of the disc is hollow. Curious.
디스크의 가운데가 할로우. 비어있다 아니면 들어가 있다. 힌트인가?
Nah, I have work to do.
캡터스.
Low maintenance. My kind of plant.
선인장. 커피 메이커.
Damn good coffee.
Damn good coffee.
A thermos, presumably filled with coffee.
보온통을 떠머스라고 그러는구나. 이렇게 흔들리는 건 보통 항상 게임에 어드벤처 게임에 뭔가 쓰였는데 이거는 상호작용이 안 되는 거니까 그냥 장식인가 보지. Doorway, the way to various quarters and the office.
All right, Agent. Would you like me to brief you about the first murder?
Yes, please.
Maya Strand, 41 years old, the caretaker of the Nordsund Museum. She was found by the janitor on the floor near the exhibits early last Wednesday. Just like Carl, she was stabbed. No witnesses, no evidence. Killer practically a ghost. No signs of a forced entry, so either the entrance was open or she let him in herself.
What about her residence? Anything out of the ordinary in there?
Nothing, as far as we could tell. But we left the place as we found it if you want to have a look. She lived upstairs from the museum.
Noted. The crime scene is no longer intact, though, correct?
Afraid so. The museum is important to Nordsund, so we had the place cleaned out pretty quickly.
여기 도착하기 전에 1차 살인이 먼저 있었군. 이만 살인자에 대한 아무런 흔적도 찾을 수가 없다. 마치 유령처럼. Right, but now that I'm here, I'll assume that you'll check with me before clearing out any future crime scenes. Sorry to hear that. I guess bureaucrat mashing up police work isn't just a city problem, huh? Exactly what kind of power does town hall have over the nose on police? 범죄 현장을 보존하고 싶은데 경찰은 타운홀 그 위에 권력이 크라임씬을 범죄 현장을 빨리 치우도록 했나 보지.
Right. But now that I'm here, I'll assume that you'll check with me before clearing out any future crime scenes.
Yeah. Can I just...
Yes, Commissary.
We're a pretty tight-knit community here, and we try to work together to overcome our problems. Just relax a bit with your superior jurisdiction and big city jargon, okay?
Oh, I'll relax when we've caught this killer. Until then, I'm gonna focus on doing my job. One more thing. I'd like to see Maya's body, if that's possible.
Of course. We brought it out of the freezer this morning. You'll find it in the morgue, over at the clinic. Dr. Pearson, our physician, is awaiting your arrival.
Good. I'll head there when we're done.
공격적인 대사를 선택하니까 공격적인 반응을 얻네. 이러면 성향이 달라진다고 했는데 어디로 가 있냐? 성향이 달라지면 능력도 달라지는데 Assertive 패스가 있고 Empathy 패스가 있고 Analytical 패스가 있고.
Can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Me? Oh, I've been doing this job for 15 years now. I took over when the previous commissary died. I'm married with 3 children. Anita, my youngest, is off studying science in the city now. We're counting the days to Christmas when she comes back to visit.
되게 자세한 설정을 넣어놨네.
What's your opinion on Stina Ruth?
I respect her. She's a competent politician. She gets things done, unlike some of the other people on the council. Sure, she has a temper, and she's not the most tactful person, but she calls out bullshit when she sees it. When I'm right, she has my back, and when I'm wrong, well, she won't let me revel in my sweet ignorance for long.
Did you know Maya Strand?
Not at all. Museums aren't my cup of tea. I prefer to not dwell on the past.
미스테리 우먼.
I'm looking for a young woman connected to the second victim, Carl.
All right. What do you know about her?
All I have is a picture of her that I found on Carl, but it's damaged and her face can't be clearly seen.
Tricky. If you had any kind of personal information, like an address, you could look her up in our records. They're in the drawers behind me.
Noted. I'll get back to you about this if I learn more.
드로워에서 찾아볼 수 있다라고 했지 방금. 가브리.
What do you think of Gabriel?
My nephew is a fine officer. He's a law and order kind of person. Stern, but fair.
Oh, law enforcement runs in the family.
I wish, but so far Gabriel and I are the only ones. I've been trying to get my son to join the force for years. All he cares about is girls and fishing. Suppose it could be worse. At least he brings home a fresh trout every now and then.
칼 스카스.
Did you know Carl Oscarson?
I wouldn't say so. He and my son were playmates as children, but they grew apart in their teens. Haven't talked to Carl myself for many years.
What do you know about the murder in the locker room over at the workshop hall?
Not much. As you know, the murder happened shortly before you arrived, so I'm leaving the matter in your capable hands.
I don't think that's right. That's all I needed.
Very well.
Looks like a logbook. Maybe Anderson records his daily work there. Just lots of case files. The window offers a view over a street that connects to the town square. A collection of what seems to be both fiction and books on law and social sciences. If that's all Anderson's, he's quite well read.
He's quite well read란 표현을 쓰네. 신기하네. He's quite well read. 많이 읽는다는 표현을 그렇게 써? 참 영어의 세계는 놀랍군. Quite well read.
The drawer is labeled address records. These should come in handy. I'll be able to match a name to an address, or vice versa. Let's have a look.
아하, 어드레스와 이름을 매치시킬 수 있다고?
As expected, nothing new. I don't think I need to look him up. Not a bad idea, but I'll need a name first.
이름을 알아야 주소를 매치시켜 볼 수가 있다.
I don't think I need to look him up. I don't think I need to look her up. Yeah, this just confirms what Anderson told me. I don't need to look that up.
나중에 누군가 특정인의 주소를 알려고 할 때 저기가 필요하다.
A small local greenhouse. A typical site in Nordson, it seems. I guess Anderson has a colleague. A small, unique-looking key.
아, 이게 지금 주인공한테 배정된 방이지 아마?
Looks purely decorative. There's a bottle of molding resin here. Might be useful.
Might be useful. 언제 유즈풀할지는 알 수가 없지. 몰딩 레진 언제 이용될 것이냐.
Nice big lemon. Small miracle to see it grow to that size under these conditions.
아, 레몬이 이렇게 레몬을 화분에서 하는 게 어디 있어?
No, I'm not tired. Maybe later. I'm not that hungry. Doesn't appear to be functional. There's not even a switch or anything. Unmanned. Makes sense with no people in here. Probably for opening the cells. I don't need to mess with that. Empty. Probably for opening the cells. Empty. Low maintenance.
먼저 클리닉에 가봐야 돼.
Hi there.
Hello.
Thought I'd introduce myself, since I'll be coming here a lot. I'm Agent England, Central Bureau.
Oh, nice to meet you. It's a relief to have you here. We're all shook by these recent killings. Sure, the doctor's excited, but even his morbid curiosity has limits, you know. After all, we mostly treat coughs and the occasional broken limb here.
I get it. I'll do my best to help. Oh, by the way, I'm supposed to go to the morgue. Where's that?
Down the stairs on your left.
Great, thanks. It's a map of the clinic layout. I'm guessing those contain patient files and such. A list of admitted patients. I don't recognize any of the names. An old freight elevator of some kind, likely out of order. Healthy-looking plant.
모하이오, 안녕하세요.
Don't
반갑습니다.
worry, Maya. You'll be put to rest soon. I know. Sorry about the delay. I was needed urgently out of town. Oh, hello there. Me and this old gal have been expecting you.
Talkative, is she?
Oh, no doubt. The dead have a lot to say, you know. Sometimes more so than the living.
Is that so?
The living are fickle and prone to deceit. Once dead, we can't hide things anymore. Not from me, at least.
I agree. These days, people must prove themselves trustworthy before I rely on them. I'm sorry you feel that way. I think most men and women out there are sincere. That's why we need ways to tell what someone is hiding.
That's why we need ways to tell what someone is hiding.
I suppose. Psychology isn't really my field of expertise.
That's fine. You can leave that part to me. Now, I'd like to ask some questions.
Sure, go right ahead.
닥터 퍼슨. 검시관인가 보지. 칼 오스카슨에 대해서 먼저 물어보자.
Did you know Carl Oscarson?
No. When I heard he was murdered, I didn't even recognize his name. I had to check my records to realize that I've treated him. To be fair, I've had many patients. But he must have been cursed with one of those awfully forgettable faces.
All right. Anything out of the ordinary in his medical history?
Sorry. Can't go into detail. Doctor-patient confidentiality, you know?
Keep it vague, then.
Well, okay. Let me put it this way. I doubt you'd learn much from his file.
Noted. Thanks.
서류를 보고는 많은 정보를 알 수 없을 것이다.
What do you think of Gabriel?
Your average policeman. I have no strong opinion about him one way or the other.
I'm looking for a young woman connected to the second victim, Carl.
I can't help with that. I didn't know Carl on a personal level.
What do you think of Commissary Anderson?
I think he does a fine job. He's been instrumental in making sure that I can work under such good conditions.
Yeah, this place is surprisingly well equipped. Definitely on par with our facilities in the city. What do you think of Stina Ruth, the councilwoman?
She can be quite an unpleasant woman. I can't say I've enjoyed my few interactions with her.
Did you know Maya Strand?
Not really, but I enjoyed listening to the occasional lecture of hers at the museum. She had quite an intellect, that woman.
So she wasn't a patient of yours?
Oh, she was, but that's all confidential, so I can't say much about it.
I understand, but anything you can share would help.
Well, during the autopsy, I noticed that she was unusually worn and feeble for her age.
Okay. And what does that tell us?
For one thing, that she would have needed help with the more physically demanding tasks of the museum.
Got it. Thanks. What can you tell me about yourself, Doctor?
Oh, me? I suppose I would qualify as a workaholic. Most of my time is spent here.
So how long have you been practicing medicine?
Must be 16 years now, I believe.
Huh. And you're the only doctor in Nordsund?
Yes. But we have good relations with the other settlements. We collaborate and pool resources when necessary.
Any theories on Carl's murder?
Not yet. I'll need to see the body first.
What are your conclusions about Maya's murder?
Most obvious first. The cause of death is acute blood loss due to the multiple stab wounds to the chest and stomach, 2 of which were lethal. The murder weapon is a mid-sized blade, likely a knife of some kind. There are some defense wounds on her arms, so the victim likely tried to shield herself against her assailant. I couldn't recover any biological traces of the murderer. There's no blood on her that isn't hers, or any traces of skin under her nails. This makes me suspect that the killer likely wore protective clothing and gloves. The time of death was roughly 2300 hours last Tuesday, 5 days ago today.
That's enough questions for now.
Okie dokie. Oh, one last thing. I've been told that the second body is on its way here. If you come back later today, I should be able to tell you something about it.
All right, I'll keep that in mind. Hi, doofus. You're registered. Do you recognize this couple?
The man is clearly the second victim, Carl. As for the woman, it's too hard to tell given the damage to the photo.
I suppose that's where the doctor writes down his autopsy reports. I'll wash my hands when I go to bed. Plenty of time still to get my hands dirty. This might be useful. I think that's for collecting the ashes after a cremation. Appears to be a small crematory. One last waiting room before the final embrace with the earth. Multiple stab wounds, sizes approximately the same as the other body. I'd say the MO looks similar to the other murder.
I hope you can help the doctor finish up with the dead bodies soon. I hope you can help the doctor finish up with the dead bodies soon. I think it's healthier for him to treat living people.
It's a bloody photo he's holding. She's wearing. I don't need to show her that. Various medical supplies. Looks like no patient is admitted at the moment. I don't need any water right now. An old pre-collapse monitor, probably not connected to anything. Unused bandages would come in handy in a pinch. It's filled with cannulas, those little needle things used to connect an IV. I don't think I need one right now. A portable medical kit with all the essentials. Locked. I don't have any business in the school. Commissary?
Yes?
Do you know who the woman in this picture is?
No idea, sorry.
All right, this is Mimir Road. Carl came through here recently. Not sure what those are. Doesn't look like tomatoes, at least. I'd say those are saffron crocuses. Lettuce, carrots. Replica of prospecting, surveying, and defense robot, courtesy of Nordson Museum. Replica of multi-purpose cultivation robot. There are many entrances around here. I need something to go on before I consider. Oh. This floor sure looks squeaky clean.
It better. We spent all yesterday mopping it. Wiped all the doors, too.
Oh, just my luck.
Well, are you fond of filth or something?
No, but filth contains valuable information for a detective.
Oh, I understand. Let me know if I can be of service.
Excuse me.
Yeah?
I'm Special Agent England, here to investigate the recent murders. I need to ask you a few questions.
Okay, I'm Sven, the caretaker of this apartment block here. What can I help you with?
Do you know anything about the recent murder of a man named Carl?
Nope. As far as I know, no Carl lives here.
What about frequent visitors?
Maybe. Haven't heard the name Carl, but then again, I don't socialize with the tenants. I might recognize the man if I saw him.
Do you know anything about the murder at the museum?
Nothing but common knowledge. I haven't been in that part of town for a while. A shame what happened to Maya, though. She always seemed like a harmless lady to me. Can't imagine who'd want to kill her.
Do you know a certain Carl Oscarson?
Nope, doesn't ring a bell.
What's your opinion on Gabriel?
Seems to take his job seriously. A bit on the strict side, maybe. But hey, cops gotta be tough. Now, I myself never had a run-in with the law, so that's pure speculation on my part.
I'm looking for a young woman from around here. She's connected to Carl, the man who was murdered today.
I have no idea who Carl was, so I'm not sure what you want from me.
Well, are there any young women in this building?
I'm looking at one.
Ha ha. A tenant, obviously. Probably living alone.
I've seen maybe 3 or 4 young women in this building lately, but I work in 16 buildings. Kinda hard to keep track.
Fair enough. Do you know which apartments they live in?
Not a clue. I usually just see them pass me by when I'm working, and they practically treat me as part of the furniture, so...
What's your opinion on Commissary Anderson?
He's all right. A diplomat, I've heard. It believes in dialogue.
Do you know anything about Councilwoman Ruth?
She doesn't mince her words, that one. Some people take an issue with that, but I think it's refreshing. I heard she used to be a Central Bureau agent. Apparently she got her position here as some kind of retirement package.
What can you tell me about Maya Strand?
We were acquaintances. I'd been helping her with repairs in the museum every now and then.
Okay. When was the last time you saw her?
A few weeks ago. I was supposed to fix a showcase for her. Odd thing, though.
Yeah?
I saw her enter the museum from afar, but when I followed her inside, I couldn't find her. So I left the building, and then she came out the same way I did, acting all surprised, saying she'd been in there the whole time.
Strange. Do you know Dr. Pearson?
Yeah, everybody knows Doc Pearson. Kind of bookish, but I like his sense of humor. Dark and twisted, my cup of tea.
Thanks. You can get back to work.
Alrighty.
Apartment 113. Not sure if it's the right one. Apartment... Some kind of code... Apartment 1... Some kind of... Apartment 115. It's a bloody photo he's holding. She's wearing a bra. Hey, do you recognize this young couple?
Oh, right, that fella.
You know him?
Yeah, I remember him. Most people just ignore me, but he always says hi. Nice guy.
How often would you say he was here?
At least on a weekly basis, but I work in many other buildings too, so it's hard to say.
Got it. What can you tell me about him?
Just this one thing. He came up to me and asked about the electricity in apartment 113. He wondered if it was possible to get more power.
Odd. Did he say what for?
No. I told him to take it up with the residential office. There are strict quotas. He said he would bring it up with the tenant, a friend of his.
Okay. Do you know anything about the tenant?
Nope. Discreet, whoever it is. No idea who lives there.
All right. Thanks.
No problem.
Nothing. Guess no one's home. Locked. Some kind of code lock. Looks disconnected. Hey, Sven?
Yeah?
안녕하세요. 드디어 위스퍼스 하시네요. 네. 궁금해서 해보고 있습니다.
I need to get inside apartment 113. Can you help?
Sure, you can borrow this master key. Don't leave with it, though. I'll need it later.
Okay, thanks. Thanks. You can get back to work.
Alrighty.
It's the master key I was given. Huh. Still won't open. The code lock must be blocking the door. Hey, Sven?
Yeah?
한글이 그리워지네요. 그러게요. 한글이면 좋을 것 같죠.
Hey, I used the master key and some kind of electronic code lock on the side lit up.
That's weird. Those pre-collapse gizmos are supposed to be disconnected. Surprised they even work.
Wait, so the occupant turned it on without telling you?
I guess so, yeah. They must have some technical expertise. I don't even know how those things work myself.
Can't you force it open? Disconnect it, use an override code or something?
No way, those things go way over my head. I'd say your best bet is cracking the code.
아, 이게 말이 빠르죠. 어드벤처 게임이라서. 이런 게임이 뭐 사실 한글화가 돼도 인기가 크게 없을 게임인데 영어 난이도가 높아요. 이런 게임은 문장에 대한 의존도가 높아서 무슨 액션 게임하고 다르게. 그래서
Thanks.
인기가 없기가
You can get back to work.
Alrighty.
힘이 없어 보이네요. 아, 이게 좀 요즘에 잠이 부족해갖고. 오늘도 좀 수면 부족으로 정신이 없어서 좀 차분하게 할 수 있는 게임이. 그래서 옛날부터 사실 어드벤처를 좋아한 이유가 그거였어. 에너지가 많이 없는 나로서도 그냥 차분하게 할 수 있는 게임. 액션 게임은 에너지가 많이 들잖아. 어드벤처 게임은 그냥 뭐 별 에너지가 없어도 할 수 있는데 천천히 그냥 세워라 내워라 하면서. 사이베리아 시리즈 하는데 2만 유저 한글화조차 안 됐다? 아, 사이베리아도 되게 옛날에 봤네요. 되게 옛날에.
Still won't open. The code.
근데 또 재밌는 거는 이게 지금 일렉트로닉, 이게 전자 그거잖아요. 그 디지털 도어라. 이게 이전 세대, 이전 문명의 유물이라고 했거든요. 기즈모라고 하면서. 그러니까 지금 문명의 기술이 아니야, 이거는. 그러니까 이게 포스트 아포칼립스 세상이죠, 말하자면. 그러니까 지금 문명의 기술이 아닌데 작동하는 게 좀 이상하다라고. 여기에 있는 안에 있는 사람이 어떤 방식으로 킨 것 같아. 그럼 이 번호를 알아? 내야 되는데. 번호를 어떻게 알아내느냐. 힘으로 열 수 없을까? 머슬 부스트.
The door looks reinforced. My strength won't be enough to break it.
이거를 고장 내킨다고.
I don't think extra strength helps there. I don't think extra strength helps there.
태자리 123 911 119 112 115
Hey, Sven.
Yeah?
저거를 어떻게
Thanks.
알아낼 수 있을지
You can get
모르겠네.
back to work.
Alrighty.
쪽지.
Hi, doofus. You're registered now. Go try it out. Remember how you totally flipped the day I first came to Nordsund? Kisses.
이거 나중에 뭐의 힌트인 것 같은데 저것도.
No, that's private.
근데 지금으로선 모르겠다.
Hey, please don't leave with my key. I need that.
Right, sorry.
일단 주고 떠나자.
Here's your key back.
All right, good.
All right, got some clay.
진흙은 왜? 진흙은 왜?
More runes. Seems to be a common thing in Nordsund. I don't think I need to go further north right now. Not sure what...
A need, a guilty pleasure, something frightening.
Excuse me?
Humor me. I need some inspiration for my poem.
Oh, I get it. What was it again?
A need, a guilty pleasure, something frightening.
Respect. Cleaning my gun. Growing old and weak.
Thank you.
So, you have a poem for me now?
I'll need some time. Come find me later.
Volter's Robot Emporium. Nice, soothing sounds. Nice spot there next to the wind chimes, but I don't feel like sitting down. An anatomically correct gentleman.
Howdy, Pilgrim, and welcome to Volter's Bot Emporium. Novelty bionics, pet androids, robotic companions, we've got them all.
Hi there. I'm Special Agent Vera Anglin.
Ooh, here to solve the murders, right?
Uh...
What? Did Pop spill some oil when he lubed my joints this morning? I told you to keep my chassis clean in case of chicks.
For crying out loud, Nissa, just let the police lady ask her questions.
Oh, great. A ventriloquist act.
Oh, no, she's on to us. Fine, you caught me. The man with the blue hat is just a puppet that I'm cunningly controlling with a set of strings.
That's a gosh darn lie. I'm fully steam-powered.
You know, I'd arrest you for constructing illegal AI, but there clearly isn't any intelligence involved here.
Ha! That's...
See, if you were any smarter, you'd have a great comeback there.
Okay, Volter. It's time for you to do less talking and more listening.
Sure thing, officer. Just keep in mind that all of these are just harmless automatons. There's no real CPUs or nothing around here.
I'm not here to report illicit technology. I'm just interested in the killings.
All right, then shoot. Ask away.
Did you know Carl Oscarson?
Yeah, friendly guy. Came here buying spare parts every now and then.
Spare parts? Like what?
All sorts. Filters, tubes, nuts and bolts, various electrical gizmos.
Any idea of what the parts were for?
Couldn't say, but I'm pretty sure whatever it was, it had fluid in it. Maybe a water filtering system, a pump, something like that.
All those parts laying around, but do I ever get a working left arm, Pops? No, you'd rather let some carpenter assemble a goddamn aquarium.
I could replace Mr. Limpy with a water gun if you prefer.
Man, soon you'll even let the kids paint a clown face on me again.
With a water gun for an arm, at least you could spray yourself clean afterwards.
한글화. 이건 한글화 될 가능성이 거의 0%에 수렴한다고 보면 되겠죠. 유저 한글화 가능성도 없죠. 관심 있는 사람이 없으니.
What's your opinion on Gabriel, the policeman?
He's an asshole. That's what.
Nissa thinks that guy is robophobic. Don't ask.
Do you know who lives at 113 Mimir Road?
Nope. No idea.
What's your opinion on Anderson, the police commissary?
Seems like a reasonable man to me. But then again, I tend not to be involved in, crime.
Yeah, right.
Hush, boy.
What's your opinion on Stina Ruth, the councilwoman?
A politician? Me and those kinds of people run in quite different circles, to say the least.
Did you know Maya Strand?
Yep, I worked with her from time to time. Some of my handiwork can be seen in her exhibitions.
Ah, they got some robots in there.
Yeah, I assembled them from parts I found in the junkyard. Or the bot cemetery, as I like to call it. Sometimes I feel more like an archaeologist than a mechanic.
Got it. So, do you have any idea who killed Maya?
Ooh, I got a theory.
No, Nissa, it wasn't the big war robot in the main exhibition.
Why not? That thing is huge. It could easily rip people to pieces, or buildings for that matter.
I know because I built it, Nissa. It's totally harmless.
I don't buy it, Pops. It's got red eyes. That's a telltale sign of a bot turned evil.
What I wanted to say was that Maya could be a little odd, but I have no reason to believe anyone would want to kill her.
Pops calling others odd. Now that's a joke that requires no punchline.
Walter, try to focus on the subject matter, please.
스테디아의 구글 번역이라도 지원해주는 기능이 있었으면 좋겠네요. 스테디아 한국의 가장 큰 문제 중에 하나는 바로 그 한글화 문제일 것 같아. 우리 유저 한글화에 의존하는 것도 꽤 많은데 그거는 뭐 모드 같은 게 불가능하잖아. 그러면 어떻게 될지. 그리고 구글 번역은 아직 갈 길이 너무 멀어. 문장이 조금만 복잡해도 번역을 못해요, 거의.
What do you think of Dr. Pearson?
Quirky guy, but he means well. Sometimes he asks me to come over and help with the kids.
Oh yeah? Help how?
Usually by playing doctor and patient with Nissa. It helps calm down the little ones.
Ah, that's clever. So, what can you tell me about yourself?
Me? Oh, well, what you see is what you get.
A crazy old fart with chronic coffee breath?
Oh, quiet, you little rascal. What I am is a tinkerer, a craftsman, a father of machines. I cherish building them. I adore putting them on display, and I especially love talking to them.
I've noticed. So how long have you been building robots?
Oh, ever since I was a boy. I grew up over at the junkyard. The place was cramped with old discarded robots. I didn't have many friends, you see. So, I decided to befriend these machines instead.
Do you know anything about electronic door locks?
Why do you ask? If anything happened, that wasn't me.
Subtle, Pops. Don't read too much into it. People have a tendency to accuse him of things.
Relax, I just need to get a door open. I was wondering if you had any ideas.
Mayhaps. What kind of lock is it?
It has one of those keypad things, and I think the code has 3 digits.
Can't you just push the buttons 999 times?
She's a human, Nissa. That sort of activity is not as stimulating for her as it would be for you.
Oh, You know what I'm thinking?
No way. You'll ruin something, or worse.
Please, Pops, I could be her sidekick. She and I could solve mysteries together.
Walter, sometimes you take this ventriloquism skit a bit too far.
Pops could rig my arm. My good arm, that is. Unlike Mr. Limpy here on my left.
Let's not get into that, Nissa.
To push those buttons super fast and brute force the code.
I think I'll take my chances by myself, thanks.
Oh well, can't win them all.
아, 로봇의 제안을 받아들이는 게 더 좋을 것 같은데.
I'm off. See you later.
Take care.
Bye-bye, police lady.
Do you recognize this young couple?
Just the man, Carl Oscarson. Can't see who his lady friend is.
안녕하세요, 알리오니 이놈의 유튜브. 안녕하세요, 반갑습니다.
What does this little guy do?
Clean, like a mean machine.
He doesn't look very mean.
Looks can be deceiving. He's nothing but vicious towards stains, dust, and all of their ilk.
아까 그 디지털 도어락이 세 자리이기 때문에 999번만 시도해보면 비밀번호를 알 수 있으니까 이 로봇가 자기가 자원해서 999번 눌러주겠다고 했는데 거절했어. 그 방법이 빠를 것 같은데.
What did people use the crab for?
Once upon a time, this was the most popular kitchen model. This fella could take care of any food-related task. Except the handling of shellfish, obviously. Even robots have moral standards.
Guess that belongs with the head up front. What does the pointy little bot in the back do?
Oh, a bot of many talents. Paperweight, table lamp, pestle, or perhaps a fashionable baton? The only limit is your imagination.
What does that tube-looking robot do?
That's no robot. It's just my teapot.
Not everything with lights on is a robot, you know. Gee, some people.
What's up with the head?
What do you mean? You think it's too big?
The robot head on the table, that is.
Oh, yeah, it keeps coming off. I'll fix it eventually.
Is the big guy in the back your mascot or something?
You mean Ufa? Nah, he's more of a concierge. He's sophisticated like that.
Looks like an apartment building. I don't have any reason to go up there. It's a bloody he's holding. She's wearing. I don't need to show him. I don't need to know her opinion. All right, Maya's place. Let's see if I can find any clues in here. Oddly dense cluster of prints on the corner of this panel here. Nice collection of mushrooms. Looks like the edible kind. Some old pre-collapse gadgets, probably for the museum. Some kind of airtight container. It's labeled nutrients. It's a sketch of a museum exhibition of some kind. It's titled Path of the Pilgrim. Doesn't appear to have power. Just as well. I wouldn't know how to make heads or tails of it anyway. Some kind of airtight a hidden safe. Locked, unfortunately, but there's the keyhole. No use. It's a fit. Huh. Since this key was hidden by Carl, it looks like we have a clear connection between the two victims. Let's have a look. A few bags of rare seeds, a bar of platinum, some coins, and a book. The book looks important. I'll take it. Maya must have hidden it here for a good reason. A trophy in the shape of a robotic arm with a plaque. Winner of the 2041 Annual Nordstrom Awards, Sebastian Strand. An old relative of Maya's. Looks like various plant samples. Not sure what kind of plants those are. Maybe medicinal? Doesn't look like vegetables anyway. The title is The Conduit Codex. Now, wait a minute, this can't be the conduit, can it? Those crazy zealots trying to resurrect AI? I think this case just got a lot more complicated. There was a written piece of paper used as a bookmark. I put it aside. Let's have a look in the book. Not sure what kind of plants those are. Maybe medicinal? Doesn't look like vegetables anyway. This crude bed looks regular.
약초면 어디 쓸 데가 있을라나요? 잘 모르겠네요. 이 약초가 쓸 데가 있을지. 일단은 큰 쓸모는 없어 보이는데.
No, I'll leave her to her job for now. Doesn't look like I can. Looks like an. Sounds like a class is in progress.
But what happens if you do it anyway?
Then policemen or women will come and arrest you.
Whoa. Harsh.
It's the law. We mustn't make things that can think for themselves.
But my parents created me, and I can think for myself. Did they break the law?
You make a good point, Alicia, but that's quite different.
Different how? I don't get why it's more dangerous to create a thinking machine than a thinking person.
You think too much, Allie.
No, that's good. You should always ask questions like these.
AI가 금지된 세상이구나. AI 이전 시대가 AI 때문에 망했나 보지.
I don't have any business in the school.
뭔가 원인이 있겠죠. 아마 그럴 것 같습니다. AI가 금지된 데에는 이유가 있는 것 같아요. 그리고 단순한 살인사건이 아니고 그런 AI를 부활을 꿈꾸는 어떤 세력과 관련된 살인사건인 것 같네요. 지금 보니까.
I don't need. I think they looks a bit over. Old Norse runes. A local custom, perhaps? Haven't seen them in any other settlements in the area. I don't have any. I don't need to know. I don't want to share. I don't need to. I had some more things to ask.
Shoot.
What are your conclusions about Carl's murder?
Just like the previous case, the cause of death is blood loss due to sharp force trauma to the upper body. The murder weapon looks similar to the one used on the previous victim. The victim has a bruised chest, likely from the impact of a hard fall to the floor. And this makes me believe that Carl was attacked from the front and fell to the ground, twisting as he fell. The killer then continued this brutal onslaught from behind to finish the job. Contrary to the previous case, I couldn't find any defense wounds on the victim. The killer would have to be both strong and fast to overpower Carl like that before he could react and call for help. It's certainly not impossible, but I think it's unlikely that a woman could pull that off without considerable training. This leads me to believe that the person we are looking for is likely an adult male in good physical shape. The time of death was sometime late last night, around 10 to 12 hours ago.
All right. Now that you've seen both bodies, do you have a theory?
I think it's very likely that a single perpetrator is responsible for both killings. The MO is the same, and the murder weapons share close similarities. Both murders were premeditated. The killer came well prepared with the clear goal of killing each victim. The lack of struggle during the second attack could be an indication that the murderer learned from their mistakes during the first assault.
Okay. Thanks for your input.
Think nothing of it. Happy to help.
What are your conclusions about Maya's murder?
Most obvious first. The cause of death is acute blood loss due to the multiple stab wounds to the chest and stomach, 2 of which were lethal. The murder weapon is a mid-sized blade, likely a knife of some kind. There are some defense wounds on her arms, so the victim likely tried to shield herself against her assailant. What else?
Not at the moment.
Oh, yeah. I couldn't recover any biological traces of the murderer. There's no blood on her that isn't hers, or any traces of skin under her nails. This makes me suspect that the killer likely wore protective clothing and gloves. The time of death was roughly 2300 hours last Tuesday, 5 days ago today.
So there's this locked door that I'm trying to get through.
Unless this door needs medical attention, I'd suggest asking someone else.
Are you familiar with the Conduit?
That old terrorist organization. What of it?
Well, have you ever heard about it still being around?
I'm sure the ideology still thrives in places. The lure of artificial intelligence will never be fully diminished.
Right, but you're not aware of anyone being more than a little interested.
If you're asking me, would I report a terrorist if I knew one, the answer is yes. But currently, I don't.
Okay, thanks. I'm trying to find out who lives in an apartment over on Mimir Road. Any ideas?
Not sure, but there should be address records somewhere. I would suggest that you check with the commissary.
What's your opinion on Volter, the robot maker?
Oh, he's a bundle of laughs, isn't he? Sometimes he helps me out at the clinic when I need to calm down an anxious child. Nissa, his little robot, is an amazing tool. First, the child helps me treat Nissa, and afterwards, I treat the child. Seeing the whole process in a safe and playful space makes them much more at ease.
That's enough questions for now.
Okie dokie.
What do you make of this?
New Katerina implies there's an old Katerina. Perhaps this person assumed a different identity at some point.
Yeah, maybe. This was used as a bookmark. It reads, Consul PW, think new Katerina. This was used as a bookmark in the book I found in Maya's safe. It reads, Consul PW, think new Katerina. Do you recognize this couple?
The man is clearly the second victim, Carl. As for the woman, it's too hard to tell given the damage to the photo.
One last I suppose. I don't need to I don't need to Are you familiar with the Conduit?
That old terrorist organization.
Well, have you ever heard about it?
I'm sure the ideology still thrives in places.
Right. But you're not aware of anyone being more than a little.
If you're asking me, would I report a terrorist if I knew one, the answer is yes. But currently.
Okay. Hello again, Gabriel.
Hey there, can I be of assistance?
I'm trying to find the tenant of apartment 113 at Mimir Road. Can you help?
There are address records in the commissary's office. I'd suggest that you look there.
Okay, thanks. What do you think of Commissary Anderson?
I have opinions about how he does things, but I keep those to myself. I respect the chain of command.
What do you think of Stina Ruth, the councilwoman?
The commissary is the only one at the station who has any regular contact with her. But my impression of her is good. She seems like a straight-up woman. Speaks her mind.
Did you know Maya Strand?
Not really. I knew of her, sure. Most people in Nordson do, because of her importance to the museum. I hardly ever even saw her around, though. From what I hear, she was a bit of a recluse.
What's your opinion on Dr. Pearson?
Do you mean professionally or personally?
Is there a difference?
I think he's a great doctor and coroner.
But?
Between you and me, he kind of rubs me the wrong way. All that fancy talk and those morbid jokes. It's almost like the recent deaths have cheered him up. But as I said, he does his job well.
I understand. Thanks. What do you think of Volter, the robot guy?
Oh, he's great. My little brother loves him to death.
Yeah? He's popular with the kids?
You have no idea. He's quite the entertainer with that little robot of his.
What do you know about the murder in the museum?
I was first at the scene. Poor woman. Looked like she had regained consciousness after some time and tried to crawl to the door.
Sounds horrific. I don't envy her. I've got a locked door that I need to get through. Is there a locksmith around?
We have a guy for that sort of thing, but I think he's out of town.
All right, that's too bad. What do you know about the Conduit?
It's some fringe religious group, isn't it?
Yeah, terrorist classified.
Right. Are they tied to the case?
Sort of, but I'm still trying to figure out the details.
Understood. I'll let you know if I come across anything related to them.
All right, I'm off.
Good luck out there.
What do you make of this?
Some kind of reminder for a password?
Yeah, that's my theory too. What do you know about the Conduit?
It's some fringe religious group, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. Understood.
I had a few...
By all means.
I've got a locked door that I need to get through. Is there a locksmith around?
There is, but he's out of town until tomorrow. Can it wait?
Not really. I'll figure something out. Are you familiar with the Conduit?
I believe so, yes. It's some old terrorist network connected to illegal technology, right?
Yes, exactly.
Wait. Don't tell me these murders are terrorist-related.
I can't say for sure, but if there's anything you can tell me, anything you've heard or seen...
I'll let you know.
I'm trying to find out who lives...
We have address records in...
Perfect. What do you think of Dr...
Oh, he's a fine man. Sure, a bit eccentric, but a really good physician. Treated my knee way back. Good as new.
What do you think of Volter, the robot maker?
He may be a little strange, that man, but he has a heart of gold. Nordson wouldn't be the same without him.
That's all I needed.
Very well.
Katarina Berg. Born February 2nd, 56 AR. Immigrated to Nordson on May 13th, 80 AR, which means she's been in Nordson for 2 years. I copied the information onto a loose page from my notebook. I've already done... I don't need to look that up. I don't think I need to look him up. I don't think I need to look him up. Katarina Berg, a resident of Nordson for 2 years. She was likely in some kind of relationship with Carl. I'm sure I have everything I need for the door code. I just need to figure out the exact numbers. I don't need to show him that. I don't need... Katarina Berg, born February 2nd, 56 AR. Immigrated to Nordson on May 13th, 80. Katarina Berg, born February 2nd, 56 AR. Immigrated to Nordson on May 13th, 80 AR, which means she's been in Nordson for 2 years. This was used as a book. It reads, Console PW, Think New Katarina. Hey, Sven?
Yeah?
I don't need to ask him. Do you know who Katarina Berg is?
Sounds familiar. That could be someone who lives here, but I'm not sure.
What do you think of Walter?
Funny guy. Yeah, I see him regularly in my work, and he always finds a new way to crack me up.
Thanks. You can get back to work.
Alrighty.
That action doesn't seem productive to me. Katarina Berg, born February 2nd, 56 AR. Immigrated to Nordson on May 13th, 80 AR, which means she's been in Nordson for 2 years.
딱 들어오니까 같은 파트를 하고 계신다. 아, 이 게임을 하고 계시나 보네요. 네, 반갑네요. 이 게임을.
This was used as a bookmark. It reads, Console PW. Katarina Berg, born February 2nd, 56 AR. Immigrated to Nordson on May 13th, 80 AR, which means she's been in Nordson for 2 years. Katarina Berg, born February... Katarina Berg, born February 2nd, 56 AR. Katarina Berg, born February 2nd, 56 AR. Immigrated to Nordson on May 13th, 80 AR, which means she's been in Nordson for 2 years. This was used as a bookmark. It reads, my picture of Katarina Berg, a resident of Nordson for 2 years. She was likely in some kind of relationship with Carl. I'm sure I have everything I need for the door code. I just need to figure out the exact numbers. Katarina Berg, born February 2nd, 56 AR. Immigrated to Nordson on May 13th, 80 AR, which means she's been in Nordson for 2 years. Katarina Berg. Born February 2nd, 56 AR. Immigrated to Nordson on May 13th, 80 AR, which means she's been in Nordson for 2 years. Hi, doofus. You're registered now. Go try it out. Remember how you totally flipped the day I first came to Nordsund? Kisses. Hi, doofus. You're registered now. Go try it out. Remember how you totally flipped the day I first came to Nordsund? Kisses. What do you think of this?
Looks intentionally vague, like they didn't want the wrong person to accidentally read it.
Yeah, that's my guess too. Any idea of what it means?
Not really, sorry.
I don't think he'd be interested in that. What do you make of this?
No clue.
What do you make?
No clue. But I gotta use doofus more often.
No, this note is just a reminder to myself. What do you make of?
No idea.
It is, yeah.
Oh, that lady sure liked puzzles. If I were you, I'd look for some hidden meaning in it.
Do you know anything about this book?
Wow, a conduit book. That's crazy illegal, right?
Yep. Terrorist propaganda. Ever seen anything like it?
Never. I love my robots. Don't get me wrong, but those people are quite unhinged. Wouldn't go near 'em.
Maybe you already have. The Nordson cell has been hiding in plain sight.
Creepy. You better go catch them fast, then.
Do you know anything about this?
Wow, a conduit.
Yep. Terrorist propaganda. Ever seen any?
Never. I love my robots. Don't get me wrong, but those people are quite unhinged. Wouldn't go near 'em.
Maybe you already have.
Creepy. You better go catch them fast, then.
Hi again.
Hey there.
Do you know any?
Why do you ask?
Subtle. Don't
Relax. It has.
Can't you? Oh,
No,
please. She
Vault.
pops to put.
I.
Oh,
What do you think?
lunatics. Plain and simple.
I'm surprised to hear you say that, given what you do for a living.
Sure, I may seem like the kind of guy who would meddle with AI, but you have to remember that these are just puppets and dolls.
it's true. I'm not really a robot. We just pretend I am.
That's right, my lad. My family was almost wiped out in the collapse.
Do you know who Katarina Berg is?
Katarina Berg. Katarina Berg. Nope, not ringing any bells.
I'm off.
Take care.
He's... I had...
Shoot.
Do you know who Katarina Berg is?
I don't recognize that name. Nope.
That's enough questions.
Okie dokie.
Hello again, Gabriel.
Hey there.
Do you know who Katarina Berg is?
Doesn't sound familiar, no.
All right.
Good luck.
I had a few...
By all means.
Do you know who...
Sorry, I'm...
That's all I needed.
Very well.
Commissary?
Yes.
What do you make...
No idea.
Looks that way. Commissary?
Yes.
Are you familiar...
I believe so, yes. It's some old terrorist network connected to illegal technology, right?
Yes, exactly.
Wait. Don't tell me these murders are
I can't say for sure, but if there's anything you can tell... No, this note is just a reminder to myself. I don't need to show it to anyone. Katarina Berg. Born February 2nd, 56 AR. Immigrated to Nordson on May 13th, 80 AR, which means she's been in Nordson for 2 years. This was used as a bookmark, and it reads, Consul PW, think new Katarina. I found this in Carl's coat. What do you make of it?
Not sure. But
maybe they didn't want to risk being seen together. Or the note's author.
Yeah, could. Not sure. But it's a bit strange that the.
Maybe they.
Yeah.
Commissary?
Yes.
What do you make of this?
Not sure. But if you need to know when somebody came to town, I'd suggest looking in the citizens' records behind me.
Right. I might do that if I can figure out who wrote this note. I've already done that.
트위치 안 해요? 아, 동시 송출이 요즘에 요 며칠 안 되더라고요. 왜 그런지 모르겠는데. 그래서 그냥 유튜브만 켰어요. 안 돼갖고.
I've already done. Hi, doofus. You're registered now. Go try it out. Remember how you totally flipped the day I first came to Nordsund? Kisses. Katarina Berg. Born February 2nd, 56 AR. Immigrated to Nordsund on May 13th, 80 AR, which means she's been in Nordsund for 2 years.
플레이그 테일 샀어요. 아 그렇군요. 이게 오늘 출시했죠? 뭐 다이렉트 게임즈에서 한 달 후인가? 얼마 후에 한글 해준다면서요.
The window offers a view over a street that connects to the town square. What do you make of...
No clue. But I gotta use doof.
What do you make of...
The handwriting looks feminine, but I'm not sure.
What do you...
Looks intentionally vague, like they didn't want the wrong person.
Yeah,
Not really. Looks like a reminder of some kind.
아, 315구나.
Wow, a code and a fingerprint? These people have absurd safety concerns.
아, 근데 지문도 필요해? 플립이라는 게 2개가 힌트였네. 2개... 여기에 2주의 혼날 5월 13일이 하나 힌트였고 그 다음에는
Hi, doofus.
플립.
You're registered now. Go try it out. Remember how you totally flipped the day I first came to Nordsund?
플립. 거꾸로 하라는 게 또 2번째 힌트였군. 그래서 올삼 도착한 새로 태어난 날인 여기 온 날 513을 거꾸로 해서 315가 비밀번호였구나. 근데 지문이 더 필요하네. 지문은 어디서 갖고 와야겠네. 지문은 여러 곳이 있었는데 칼의 지문.
No need to go back in there.
그래, 저긴 못 가면은 여기에 지문이 있는데 클레이 같은 게 도움이
Nice
되나?
and thick. I can easily shape it with my hand. That combination makes no sense. I don't see how the...
몰딩 레진.
That action doesn't... That combination...
아, 지문이라. 지문. 그냥 거기 가서 갖고 와도 되겠는가? 클리닉에 가서 따오면 되지.
I had some more things to...
Shoot.
So there's this locked door.
Unless this door needs
That's enough questions.
Okie doke.
A bottle of molding resin. I can use this to cast different shapes.
Hey, what do you...
I just need to borrow a finger.
아,
I'll bring it back later.
손가락을 아예 빌려간다.
Borrow a finger? Are you hearing yourself? That's against all protocols. The body belongs to Carl's next of kin.
손가락 잘라갈 순 없잖아. 좀 더 젠틀한 방법이 없을까?
I don't see how the...
Hey, what's that?
I just need a quick mold of one of his fingers. Thought I'd use this clay here.
I suppose that's fine.
아, 손가락을 진흙으로 따가는 방법이 있다. 아, 근데 이거 또 다른, 진짜로 그냥 칼로 손가락 잘라가는 방법이 있나 보네. 하지만 진흙으로 해. 이게 성향의 차이를 가져다 주는.
A clay mold of Alright, this should work. I'll go and add some water. Okay, hopefully this can fool the scanner. I got rid of the clay mold. No more use for it.
그렇군. 레진이랑 진흙이랑 합쳐서 손가락 대용품을 만드는 방식으로 하는 거구나, 이렇게. 아, 이제 다 알았어. 이제 들어가기만 하면 될 것 같다. 그 다음에 핑거 리플리카. 와우, 들어왔다. 들어왔어.
Wow.
Wow.
How on earth did they manage to assemble all of this undetected? This is highly illegal. I'll have to report it as soon as I finish the murder investigation.
불법 기계 장치인가 보다. 첫 번째 중요한 퍼즐 풀었네. 아, 이 맛에 어드벤처한다. 그럼 오늘은 여기까지 하겠습니다. 재밌네요. 근데 저만 재밌었네. 오늘도 시청해주셔서 감사합니다. 다들 안녕히 주무시고 내일도 즐거운 하루 보내세요. 지금까지 모험러였습니다. 안녕히 계세요.